Welcome to the Medicare Readiness Show. Okay, everybody, welcome to the Medicare Readiness Show podcast. This is a podcast that we're going to be doing that's going to be helping people with different Medicare topics to get them ready for Medicare. My name is Elliott Martin. I'm here with my brother Mohan Martin, and we work with a company called Martin & Associates Insurance. Happens to be owned by our dad, Ray Martin, who started our company about 30 years ago or so. And if you've been noticing, there's podcasts for everything these days, or video shows for all sorts of different topics. So we thought we'd hop on the bandwagon here and try and start something of our own in the industry that we work in, and a different way that we can maybe help people out who are getting ready for Medicare. So we're going to be talking about different topics. We're going to try and come out with a weekly video on different topics to help people out with their Medicare. And so today's topic is going to be the 4 different reasons why you should work with a Medicare Advantage broker, and the advantages of doing that. And so the first topic, the first reason or first advantage really of using an independent broker or agent is going to be it's going to save you time. So Mo, do you want to kind of expand on what we mean by that, how it's going to save you time or help an individual?
Yeah, well, the thing with Medicare is that there's, obviously, if you're turning 65, you're probably familiar with the fact that once the insurance companies find out you're turning 65, you get bombarded with mail and commercials, and it's easy to get overwhelmed trying to sort through your options. So for people that see the benefit in it and would like to save time and would kind of like to cut to the chase, they rely on independent brokers. So as a broker, we're contracted with the various insurance companies, and we represent the same plans that you would get by doing your own research, and there's no additional cost for it. But as a broker, we're kind of able to get some information from you, see where you're at as far as your current insurance coverage, and kind of give you a platform to start as far as doing your search, because that's the biggest part of it, is just trying to determine where do I start with all this stuff. So we kind of help you kind of fast forward to the jump off point, and then from there we can narrow down your options.
And I think one thing that I've heard time and time again is that when people come into our office, they say, I've spent this many hours researching and reading up on it. I've checked the Medicare site, and I've checked with the insurance companies. I've called the insurance companies. I've talked to my friends, and at the end of it, a lot of them still don't know what the heck to do. So, there's just a lot of time that people will devote to it. If they want to do it on their own or try and do it on their own,
Yeah, and it's great if, more power to you if you want to learn about it yourself and try and sort through the plans, because I think it's great. The more you know about Medicare, the better, and the more confident you can feel in the decision that you've made. And then not only that, but you'll also be a valuable resource to your friends and family too, because that's usually, for a lot of our clients, the first place they go to is their friends and family trying to get information. And so that's definitely one way to save you time.
So definitely can save you time by using an agent. And this kind of leads into the next thing, is that we're not tied to one company. Our agents, are not tied to one company. Of course, we would like you to work with us, but every other agent out there, they work with multiple companies. So that's the other thing. And like Mohan said before, we contract with about 9 or 10 different insurance companies, and that's probably the same thing for a lot of the independent insurance agents out there that can help you out, is that you're not going to be stuck with one company. Because when you call the insurance companies, obviously the only products that they're gonna and plans that they're gonna show you are gonna be theirs, right?
So, and that's really one of the advantages of a broker, and that's what kind of gives us an advantage, is that we have that added flexibility of being able to place our clients with a plan and a company that's right for them. and it's the same exact plans, and they're the same cost. So whether you go directly to an insurance company to sign up or whether you go through a broker, it's the same cost. The way we get paid is we get paid a commission by the insurance company as we enroll people, if it makes sense. We meet with lots of people, and sometimes it doesn't make sense for them to go into Medicare. Sometimes it makes sense for them to stay on their group insurance, stay on their employer insurance. So we have that added flexibility.
Yeah. So, and that's one of the things that a lot of times somebody has insurance through their employer, and their employer insurance, maybe they pay $0 for it. So it's a no-brainer. Stick with your employer insurance if, there are certain requirements that your employer plan needs to be, or that need to be met in order for you to stay on that. But a lot of times it definitely makes sense to stay with employer insurance until somebody retires. So that there is reason number 2 is that, we have a number of different companies and that we do contract with. So, really, our mission is to find the plan that's going to be the most cost effective, that's going to fit your doctors or your prescriptions, depending on what the needs are, that fit your needs. And we have a number of, 9 or 10 different companies to do that. And same thing with all the other agents out there, or independent agents. It's going to be, they're probably going to have contracts with 9 to 10 different insurance companies. So there is flexibility to that. Moving on to the third advantage is that there's ongoing service. So, a lot of times you think of the traditional salesperson is, they come in, knock on your door. In the past they're selling vacuums or Tupperware, whatever that is, and then they're gone. You never see them again. So one of the things with having an independent agent, is that you can use them to help service your policies. For example, we have Lori in our office who manages, the service issues. So if somebody's got a bill that doesn't look right or something like that, then we can get involved, and if we need to help shop your plans in the future, we can help with that as well into the future. So as your needs change.
Right, and the initial kind of selection and enrollment of the plan is actually really just the beginning of the relationship.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
The Medicare industry is constantly changing, so it's a very fluid industry. The plans change every year, the benefits change every year. So it's important for us to stay on top of the changes, and that's something that we do as a broker. So we're able to keep you updated and plugged into what's going on in the industry and any changes that might be happening to your plan.
Yeah. So that's, one, and you said it perfect. It's just the beginning. Getting you enrolled in the plan, that's just the beginning of the relationship, really, for our clients. Is, we want to stay on top of these things for our clients, make changes, and be that ongoing resource for our clients as well. And then the last thing here, last advantage of using a Medicare agent or an independent agent for your Medicare, and Mohan already touched on this a little bit, but there's no cost for our services or for any independent agent's services. How we get paid is we get paid by the insurance companies. And it doesn't cost you a single cent more in your monthly premiums to go with us as it would be to be working directly with the companies.
Right, and that's honestly, personally, one of my favorite things to tell my clients, especially when they're unaware of that. At the end of our meeting, they'll pull out their checkbook and ask how much they owe me for the session, and I tell them nothing. We get paid by the insurance company. There's no additional costs. So really, it's a win-win for the client who gets help in choosing their policy and choosing their plan, and we get to help people as well and make a living. Just have to determine if working with a broker is right for you, and if it is, there's no additional costs.
Yeah, so that would be the last thing, and I think that's maybe one of the things that kind of unknown out there. Is I think a lot of people may be hesitant to call somebody like us just because they don't know that there's no cost to go through us. So I think that probably stops a lot of people from getting help.
Probably.
And it's unfortunate because, we really like helping people and being able to be that resource for people. And, there's no cost. So it's here for the taking. And, we just hope that people will actually take advantage of us, please. We want to be of help and just be that resource for people. So those would be the advantages. One last thing that I did want to mention, there may be a reason out there that people wouldn't want to work with an independent agent. And we talked about this a little bit at the beginning, is that if you're a DIYer, a do-it-yourselfer, and you get value out of, figuring this out on your own without needing extra help, and you like the research process and talking with friends and calling the insurance companies, and that's something that makes you happy. You like doing that for other things as well. And discovering it on your own, obviously go for it. If you're a DIYer,
more power to you.
Yeah. You don't have to go through agents like us. You can do it on your own. You don't ever need to deal with Mohan or I. Never have to call us once, never have to speak with us. You can do it on your own. You are totally welcome to do that. And you are able to do that. So just want to make that clear as well. But obviously for people who are in need of help, there's help out there. Google an independent agent in your area or give our office a call. We'd be more than happy to help. That about covers our topic today. So those
there you have it. Definitely going to be coming out with more material soon. Try and make this a regular thing to be a resource for additional Medicare information. And if you have any questions, there's no cost for our service. So, there's probably a lot of times where, you may not have all the questions right now, but as you go through the process, you may have questions that come up. So feel free to reach out to us at any time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And the phone number?
Phone number is 800-464-4941. We also put on Medicare 101 webinars now. I'm trying to do them every Thursday. So if you want to sit in on a Medicare 101 just to kind of get up to speed with everything having to do with Medicare, visit our website. It's www.martinmedicare.com. And you can check out our Medicare 101 webinar times and dates for that. So that's a good place to check us out.
Yeah. And just to recap our 4 points for the advantages of working with a Medicare independent broker. That one, you'll be able to save yourself time by narrowing down the plan selection. As a broker, we're not tied to any single company, so we have the flexibility of choosing a plan that's right for you. And then the ongoing service, once you're enrolled in the plan, that's just the beginning of the relationship. So we're a constantly available resource for you for general inquiries or need to make changes to your plan or you receive a bill unexpectedly. And lastly, and most importantly, there's no additional cost for our service. So please use us for information.
Absolutely.
And
I think that's it for today.
There, episode 1 in the books. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for listening and watching.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Good. Are we sitting to let it go?
All right.